Hello friends, welcome back. Want to know how storage account works and how to secure your files? In this video, we will set up an Azure Storage account, create public and private containers, and show you how to protect your data using the Shared Access Signature SAS tokens. So stay tuned and come, let's get started. This video is part of the full stack development video series. We were building the Smart Certify online certification platform application. So in this video, we will explore the storage account concepts and see how private and public containers works and how we can grant the access to the private containers. All right, so let's take a look at the demo. So let's say a user is logging in and uploading the image. So in this case, I'm going to log in and show you how it works. So if you look, there's an image that's coming up here. So if I right click and say inspect, there's the image URL present, or even if we have to just do like this, let's take a look at the network. So let's say the user is logging in and there'll be an image that is invoked. So if you look at this, let's take a look at what is the image. Okay, so this is the image. Okay, this is the image. So if I copy this image and put it here, it says not found, but image is showing up here, or in other words, if I just copy the entire URL, the image will work, not just this URL, right? So we're going to see how we are protecting this so that my image is showed only when I log in. Even if you get to know this URL, if you try, it won't log in, like it won't show you your image. So that is what we are going to consider as our use case. So for that, we need to store all of our images in the storage account. So we're going to explore how that works with the Azure Storage Account. So you need to log into the Azure portal. So I logged into portal.azure.com with my email address. And if I go home and click on all resources, I'm dealing with all of the Azure resources. They're like completely free. And I'm dealing with that with this subscription. So if I go inside the subscription, I have many resources that is dedicated for the Smart Certify application itself. So you see, these are the things that has been used. So if I go to this resource group, which is some Smart Certify app resource group, so it will list down all of the resources that I have. See, I'm going to minimize this to show you. See, we have so many things. See, we have storage account, we have Azure Functions, website, everything is free. Whatever you see is almost free. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to create the storage account, and we will tell you some important tips and as we progress. So go to this, so let's go to this one, like the search button, and search for storage account. And there will be storage accounts coming up here. See, I have these many storage accounts. Okay, so you can click on create and let's create a new storage account. So later we can delete it. So this is demo purpose. You can do exactly the same thing, but later I will be deleting it. So I'm going to use the subscription. I'm going to use this as a resource group. The storage account name, it should be unique. So this is the name that is unique. Region, I can specify whichever region I want. The closest region is what you need to choose. So I'm going to choose US East, and the primary services, these three types. So there are other videos for storage account in depth that I've covered already. I can give you those I can give you those links for in-depth details, but in this video I'm going to quickly go through the creation process, and then straight away we'll jump onto the containers. Okay, so here I'm going to choose the Azure Blob Storage, and standard version is fine. Premium is very costly. I don't want any redundancy, like this is just for demo purpose. So I will just choose LRS, locally redundant storage, meaning the content is like copied and like staying within the same place. It's not across different data centers. So next, advanced option, important things that you need to understand. So these are default options. Basically, the URLs are accessible via HTTP. This is HTTP call, right? So this is a GET call. So basically, we are supporting this call, and we are also enable storage account key access. Like it should be accessible through the key, and we are not enabling this. You see this, allow enabling anonymous access to the individual containers. We are not allowing by default So we will just choose whatever is the default. The important thing that you need to access is the access tier. Access tier by default is hot tier. That's the fastest way of retrieving. Cost wise, it's going to be increasing, but again, hot tier, cold, archive, all of those things I've explained in a different video, so you can take a look at that video, but we will go with the default one. So the important things alone I'll just highlight. So we saw these two, and I'm gonna keep this as a default. Next, networking, I want this to be accessed from internet, so enable from all network. Next, I will leave everything as default. I'm saying the encryption is done based on the Microsoft based key, not our key. If we choose this key, we can use the key from our key vault to encrypt the content. Okay, even Microsoft cannot retrieve if you lose the key. Anyway, and then we'll choose the blob files only. Next, tag, review, create. If everything is the default is set, we will come to this last step and click on create. So it's going to create a storage account. Okay, storage accounts is nothing but if you're using Apple iPhone or any other phone like Samsung phone where your data are backed up in cloud, behind the scene they're all using the storage account blob storage. Okay, it's just that Microsoft doesn't have nice UI integrated with the mobiles, but Google and other things, they have just nice UI, but behind the scene they're storing all of your content in the storage account only. That's why you're paying that money based on how many gigabyte that you use. So as this deployment is progressing, and it's almost done, deployment is done, so I can click on go to resource, and you can see this is the overview blade. Okay, so you will see bunch of information of what is your resource group, subscription, etc. It can also show you at a metadata level properties like blob storage, what is enabled, what is disabled. All of those informations are here. We are going to deal only with the containers in this video. Okay, we have so much in this storage account. We're not going to deep dive everything. It's not related to our full stack development video series. We are dealing with the containers. So in the left side under storage account, go to the containers. Containers are nothing but folder. Imagine this folder, right? If you have a folder, you can have files. Under that folder, you can have subfolders. That folders can have some more subfolders. So containers are nothing but kind of a folder. Okay, so I'm going to create a container here. So the first container that I wanted to create is a container called user images. Okay, so user images is the container, and anonymous access, you see this anonymous access level is private, because anything that you do from the first, right, where we did not enable the anonymous access, so that's why it is private. Okay, so I'm going to create a private container and click on create. The container is created, but anything that you put inside these containers are not accessible from outside without the permission. So we need something that public people also can access, like any common images that we need to access. So in that case, if I try to create a container with a different access, it's not allowing. If you hover it, it will tell you where to change it. So basically, if you come to overview, and if you come here, see blob anonymous access disabled. So click on this and it will take you to the setting. So basically you're under the configuration. So configuration, where is configuration? Under the setting, under configuration, this is there. So what we have to do is allow blob anonymous access. We need to enable it, do a save. It just takes few minutes to propagate these changes. So let's go again to the containers, try to create a new container, still not done yet. So we need to just wait. Let's go to overview. So it's still disabled state. Allow blob anonymous access, enable. Let's click on save. Successfully stored. Let's refresh. Everything looks good. I'm going to come over here and it's enabled right now. So if I go to containers and now try to create a containers called images. Here now it's enabled. Now I'm saying it's a blob level read-only access. I'm saying I'm giving the access to this blob. Okay, so it says under this blob anything is there, it's readable. Click on create, it's created. Now what we do inside this image, let's upload something. Alright, so I'm uploading an image that is a logo of the site. So if I go here, click on this one, you can see the URL, and these are the metadata of the file. So if I copy this and paste it here, the logo is opening. Okay, the same logo. Okay, so just imagine it is under your image container. So basically the storage account name followed by blob.co.windows.net/container name followed by your image wherever it is present. So all what I'm going to do is I'm going to go outside of this containers, go inside to this user image, and let's imagine there's a user image here. Okay, so I'm going to upload a different image. Let's say, all right, so now we are under a different container called user image container, that is private container, right? So if I try to upload a file, let's say this image, okay, this is the user image, and if I go here and grab this and try to come here, the image is present, but it says image is not present. You know why? That's because this is private. Anything inside this container is private, and you cannot just access it. So there is a way to access it. Okay, so this is how we allow user to upload an image from our website wherein it is protected. So if you upload your image, nobody can view it. Okay, nobody else other than you can view it, because we are protecting the images whichever is uploaded under this folder. Okay, so now let's say if I go here and I wanted to access this, how do I access this? There is something called shared access signature. You see this under overview, version, snapshot, edit, generate SAS, shared access signature. Shared access signature means temporarily we are giving permission for that image to be visible outside, accessible from outside. So we're saying use the account key, is the key, and permission. What permission? Do I have permission only to read, or can I delete this? Just to read. Okay. And from when to when? From this date, from this time to this date, this time. Basically maybe 12 hours. Okay. Or even you can specify if the request comes only from certain IP, it is allowed. If I do a generate and get the URL, now it gave us a URL. If I copy this and paste it here, or in other words, let's do this. If I paste this, so let's do this. So in this whole stuff, right, after this PNG, whatever is there, that alone we will copy. We will go back to the original image. Okay, this is the original image. All I'm going to do is do a question mark and place this, and image came. So what basically this one is doing is, it has all of this permission. It says SP, R, read only, timing, timestamp, what time to what time, all of this metadata information is here. That's why this is accessible. But if I access this link like in a day or maybe in an hour after the expiry date, it won't be accessible. It will still tell you 404. Okay, so that is what the storage containers are all about, the access level. Like for example, we were able to store the images in private and public based on the access level. Let's say you wanted to change the access level. You can come inside this, you can select this and click on change access level. You can change from private to public. Okay, so that is also possible, but our use case is how we can protect the images using the private containers, and how we can put some images into the public containers where everybody can access it. So if you wonder why public access will come, if there are images here, in the site which is publicly available, like for example, I wanted to upload all of these images, anyone can see, I don't restrict it. I can put those into the public folder, which is images folder. But user images like mine and yours will be visible only when you log in, and we put it into the private container and we generate the SAS, the shared access signature. So in the upcoming video, you will see how we will generate the SAS and append this in the UI. So the UI will be able to show the images like this. All right. So let's recap. We were able to see what the storage account is, what are containers, and two different types of containers, public and private. And we also saw how SAS, the shared access signature, works for the private containers. If you want in-depth of the storage account, I have different videos in the channel. I will give those in the link in the description. You feel free to take a look at those videos. It has much details covered. And if you like this video, hit the like button. If you have any questions or comments, put it in the comment section. Join the Telegram group where we help each other and also grow together. Stay tuned for the series. There are a lot many videos are coming, and I will see you in the next video, guys. Bye bye. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more tech tutorials. And don't forget to hit the bell icon to get notified when we post new videos. If you have any questions or suggestions, leave them in the comments below. Happy coding!